Hello there and welcome. My name is Adam and I am the creator of Mind Map Renovations, as well as a master practitioner in neurolinguistic programming, which is admittedly a mouthful, so we're just going to call it NLP. Now, NLP is an approach to communication and personal development that focuses on how we organize our thoughts and perceptions. It's a truly great way to get to know yourself, and then you decide what you keep and what goes based on what you want out of life. In other words, it's a great way to renovate your mind, which comes in especially handy when you're trying to stay sane in an insane world. The mission of Mind Map Renovations is to help people raise their awareness so that they can live truly intentional and purpose-driven lives. And it is my hope and dream in having you here, watching these clinics, these sessions, these segments, that you get to walk away with the tools and the resources that you need in order to unlock the great potential I know is inside of you. So, let's get started. So, what does it even mean to live with intention? What does that ultimately look like in life? Well, you may not know this, but the majority of our thoughts are processed subconsciously. So, if you can believe it, about 11 million bits of data per second are processed by the subconscious mind. In contrast, the conscious mind processes anywhere between 40 and 50 bits per second. Not 40 or 50 million, just 40 or 50 bits per second. So what that means is your subconscious is constantly alert, it's always aware, and it is trying to help you based on what it believes about you. And what it believes about you is a combination of thoughts that you think over and over again. It's a combination of experiences and stored associations based on what has happened in the past and what you expect to happen in the future. And so what this means is that a lot of your behaviors, a lot of your thoughts, a lot of what is happening in any given moment is subconscious. It's a little like autopilot. So living with intention means turning off that autopilot and being more mindful, more present, more alert, more in tune with yourself. That way, you're actually able to actively collaborate with your subconscious so that it can then collaborate with you. So, for example, if you wake up one day and you're thinking about the color red a lot, it's your favorite color and just really like it, the chances of you noticing a bunch of stuff that's red that day is actually quite high because your subconscious heard that thought. It heard you say, I would like to see red things today. So if you think about that in context of negativity, if you wake up in the morning and you think, I don't want to be awake, I'm dreading this meeting, your subconscious is listening. It knows what you do and do not want to do, and so it will try to help you. And by helping, I mean it may distract you to try to make you feel better. You don't want to go to that meeting, look at your phone. It's okay to look at your phone. So you're doing this just automatically because your subconscious runs most of your life and it is doing something it thinks is helpful. Now, consciously, you might think, I need to stop looking at my phone. I need to pay attention. But the damage is already done at that point, So just being more mindful, being more aware of your thoughts and what you want out of life is going to make a ally of your subconscious rather than a saboteur, which it frequently can be. That urge to just down an entire pint of ice cream, that's probably a subconscious urge that's been triggered based on something that's happened to you. And we're going to talk more about that when we talk about breaking default mode behaviors. And we're going to talk about how to better collaborate with your brain when we talk about reframing. And then we're going to really explore some concepts around control. All of these core concepts as part of the core concept series are going to give you kind of like a modular approach to self-improvement, to personal development, where you can kind of practice these things on their own, and then they'll all add up and create a really great working model for living with intention, for raising your awareness. And when you do that, I assure you, it is a absolute superpower that you will have You will feel liberated. You will feel in control in a world that is not so easily controlled. All right, so what does it mean to unlock your potential? It's a great question, and at the end of the day, it means whatever you want it to mean. It means tackling that thing that you've been wanting to do. It means being able to communicate with people that you haven't really been able to communicate with. It means reconnecting with the most important parts of your life, even if you don't know what those are just yet. And unlocking your potential means that you have the amazing ability and capacity to help others unlock their potential. Because at the end of the day, modeling is the strongest form of influence. So when you start living a more intentional, aware existence, people are going to notice. People are going to see that you're more able to accomplish your goals, that you're more capable, that you're more resourceful, that you're calmer, that you're happier, and they'll want to know how you did it. When other people start to take notice of your success, of your increased quality of life, that's my personal hope and dream for what Mind Map Renovations has to offer the world. Let's just be real for a minute. We live in a crazy time. There's a lot of uncertainty. We've literally never done any of this before. It's our very first time, and to me, it's it's imperative to meet this moment with a level of mindfulness, awareness, a level of emotional intelligence that will help us get to the other side of these rocky times. It's time. It's time to kind of evolve, get to know ourselves better, live with intention, live with purpose, be part of the solution, or at the very least, just enjoy life. Enjoy life while we're here. Ultimately, my goal is to just make the world a better place. Whatever I'm doing in this life, I hope that there's some of it that can serve that higher purpose. I want a good world for me, for my family, for my friends. So when I think about the potential that you and that I have in this greater scheme of trying to make the world a better place, I think of it like me, kind of in the middle of these concentric circles. So before I picked up a book about NLP, before I started growing and applying these concepts to myself, I was on autopilot like so many other people. But the minute I started applying these things, the minute I started growing my potential, I became active. I became more aware, and which allowed me to be more intentional. So in essence, my ability to activate myself allows me to uh, help activate others. And, when you think about the amount of influence that you're going to have on folks, I can't just walk up to somebody on the street and start telling them about all these great techniques and things that I've learned that have really helped me. And wouldn't it be so great if you did that too? It's not going to work. So what I did is I just looked at my immediate next circle, which is going to be my inner circle, my close friends, my immediate family, the people that know me the best, the people that trust me, the people that will be interested, the people that will have seen the positive benefits of these techniques, of these tools and resources that are helping me become a better, more well-adjusted person. And so that modeling, them noticing, allowed them to become curious and allowed me an entry to kind of share some of these concepts. And I'm equal opportunity. I like to try to work with all the folks that are in my immediate reach, and I'm not going to reach them all. There are going to be some folks that just aren't ready for that aren't interested. But the folks that I do reach, that's wonderful, and they become active. They become more aware. They are able to live with a little bit more intention. They start to see the benefits, and they start modeling that behavior for the folks in their lives, and then that allows me to kind of expand out. So the next circle is my colleagues and my friends of friends. These are the people that kind of know about me. I might have a reputation, or they might have heard people talking about the kind of things that I'm into. They might see my posts as I post about these concepts, and so they start to get curious, and they're able to learn and grow and activate themselves. And again, I'm not gonna be able to influence everybody. There's gonna be some folks that just aren't ready for that. And then once I feel like I'm in a good spot there, I've been able to influence and model that behavior at that level. And then comes the next circle, and those are strangers. You, for example, could be a complete stranger watching this video and meeting me for the very first time and thinking, it sounds interesting. Maybe you're curious. Maybe you would like to learn how to live with more intention. And that is the possibility of potential. And so, what that means, and again, my hope and my dream is what that means is that each person that becomes activated along the way, well, they turn in to the center of another concentric circle, of their concentric circle. So they begin to model the behavior. Their close family and friends start to get interested and curious, and they're able to share that. So, with all of that said, I'd like to thank you so much for joining me for this introduction today. There is so much yet to come, so I hope that you will tune back in to pick up some great tips on how to live with intention, raise your awareness, collaborate with your mind, and unlock that great potential. Until I see you again, I would like to invite you to always be nice to yourself.